What's up, baby?
All right, yo, we sitting here another episode talking about the legend, Allen Iverson. I'm sitting here with my brother Fab. I appreciate you, family.
Always, man.
Thanks, my niggas. You already know. You know, we dropping this strain, 96. You know what I'm saying? This rookie year. This is a heavy strain, you know, testing in the 30s. You know, definitely a vibe strain. You know, after like, you know, Allen, you know what I'm saying, the way he played, you know, one of the niggas that just, I always say Allen type nigga want to punch a nigga in the mouth when out there on the court. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what we wanted to do with this first strain, is kind of embody him. You know what I'm saying? So first question I want to ask you, like, you know, when was the first time you ever heard the name Allen Iverson?
First time I ever heard the name Allen Iverson, I believe, was when he was still at Georgetown.
Right.
And then I finally got to later on see him play in the game. I had heard about him before I even seen the game. Like, people was just already, yo, this kid Iverson that played for Georgetown, he's crazy, yo, you know what I mean? So they was already putting it out there, and I was just like, all right, I'm hearing all this shit. I'm like, let me wait till, you know, St. John's play Georgetown or something like that. I gotta see, you know, see this kid they talking about it. When I finally saw a game, you know, he definitely stood out from the rest. You know what I'm saying?
So for me, the first time I seen him play was when he played against Steph at the Garden. Georgia Tech played Georgetown. And bro, after that game, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, who is that? Like, where he came from?
Now you know. If you don't know, now you know, like they said.
So when you first saw him, you remember the first time you watched him play?
I just know it was a game. I can't remember what game exactly it was. Because I was more, I ain't gonna lie, I was more attentive to see his game more than the whole game aspect of it. Like, I'm really like, oh, this is the kid they can talk about. So I'm watching him, and when he get the ball, more than I'm watching the game.
Right. So like growing up in our era, you know what I'm saying? When I think about niggas with basketball jerseys off the court, like making that shit like a fashion statement. So I know it's got to be footage of somewhere with you wearing, rocking the Allen Iverson jersey. When you put that shit on, like how it made you feel, like when we think about like the impact he had on culture?
Well, I think he was representing the culture and the changing of the times too, between like, you know, Jordan's era and into the new era, the new generation from what Iverson was leading into. Like even down to, you know, that legendary crossover when he crossed over Jordan, it was kind of like him crossing the generation over. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, y'all all sitting, let me hit y'all with this new shit, and just crossing and then scoring. It was just like, oh shit, this new generation is coming. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was still Jordan, don't get me wrong. They even probably won the game, whatever. But it was like, nah, the new niggas is coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what, like, that jersey meant too. It was meaning like you was representing that new generation too. You know what I'm saying?
Take it a step further from that, is like the nigga really just created that energy or that environment for everybody to be who they was. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no
express themselves differently
and all that.
You
so
like, wear everything down to what everybody else is doing.
Nah, you could be yourself.
This is
you know what I'm saying? So like, what did that shit mean to you? Like seeing that shit, and like how was you able to incorporate that into like you being an artist?
I saw it as like he was representing hip hop in a way, because his style to me came from hip hop. Iverson came in '96. I felt like the style of the player had changed to more like the hip hop culture. He started even making it like official. This is how we wear it in the streets. You know what I'm saying? His look opened the door for me. It made us look like, yeah, we there on the hip hop side. Now we in the league.
Being that, you know what I'm saying, he was somebody that you looked up to, wore the jersey, you bubbling as an artist coming up. You see Allen at the top of the world. The first time you met him, you remember that? Like, what was that like?
The first time I met him, it might have been on some just cool and passing type shit. But then the next couple times, you know, we had conversation, we talk about shit, and you know, it just gradually, and then we was really like fans of each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We having talks and we chopping it up, and he telling me how much he fuck with my music, and I'm telling him how much of a, you know, I'm a fan of what he do on the court. You know what I'm saying? So it really just built a relationship from there. You know what I'm saying? From two guys doing what they do and just being fans of each other at the same time.
Who would you compare him to in like history?
I definitely would say like a innovator, and why the Tupac comparison I think runs deep is because he was somebody that came in and you knew he had a big heart, but at the same time he was going to do it his way and make you love him for doing it his way. You know what I'm saying? And I think he On another innovative side is what we were saying about how he impacted the NBA with a different style and made it okay to be able to be yourself. Tupac was definitely a great example, but I would definitely say anybody who was innovative and push forward to be yourself and not let other people judge you so you won't be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely a leader in that state.
Fat, thanks, bro.
Always, man.
I appreciate
Anytime you need me, bro.